International Monetary Fund official Carlo Cottarelli as interim Prime Minister. Mr. Cottarelli was summoned to the presidential palace by the President Sergio Mattarella and invited to form a government of technocrats. It comes a day after Mr. Mattarella vetoed the nomination of Eurosceptic Paolo Savona as finance minister. That move effectively ended plans by two anti-establishment parties to form a coalition government. The president is now facing calls for impeachment while early elections look inevitable.
Presidente mi ha chiesto di presentarmi in Parlamento.
The President has asked me to come to Parliament with a programme to accompany the country to new elections. I will present myself to the Parliament with a programme which, if it wins the backing of Parliament, would include the passage of the 2019 budget, and then Parliament would be dissolved with elections at the beginning of 2019. In the absence of a confidence vote, the government would resign immediately, and its main function would be the management of ordinary affairs until elections are held after August 2018.
Di fiducia, il governo si dimetterebbe immediatamente.
Well, let's get more, shall we? For you, joining us now from the Veneto region in Italy is the author and also the academic Dominic Standish. A very good evening to you, sir. From where you are in Italy, how are people reacting to this news? It's been quite 24 hours.
Well, I think there are very mixed reactions. On the one hand, I think it's pretty outrageous that over 50% of Italians in the election on the 4th of March voted for parties that have been very critical of the European Union, the Five Star Movement and the League. And here we have installed a designate premier who has said that the discussion about Italy in the Eurozone is off the table. Those voters also voted for more public spending, and he's made it clear that he's going to implement an austerity budget if he's able to form a government. So on the one hand, I think the reaction is very negative. On the other hand, if we do go to elections quickly, I think that's a great opportunity, because now we can have an open discussion and debate about leaving the EU, which is what I think Italy needs to do to move forwards.
I mean, is that really a likelihood? Because we're hearing that, it's a battle between pro and anti-EU. Is it really as simple as that?
Well, no, it's not straightforward. For example, the League had in its previous election commitments to return to pre-1993 Maastricht arrangements, which would mean going out of the euro but not going out of the EU. So it's not 100% clear in the past, but I think this is a real opportunity now for the parties that have been critical of the euro and the EU, i.e. the League and the Five Star Movement, to campaign openly for that. And the leader of the Five Star Movement, Di Maio, has called for a national protest this Saturday in Rome. And I hope very much they will take the opportunity to campaign not only to leave the euro, but to leave the EU as well.
Can Italy afford to leave the EU?
Well, if we look at the current state of the Italian economy, there is a lot of debt, particularly public debt. And of course, the European Central Bank has been buying Italian bonds. However, the overall level of private and public debt in Italy is actually less than that in Britain, France and Spain. However, Italy is unable to take on more debt or expand its budget deficit because of the Eurozone rules, which only focus on public debt. So I think there's a possibility to stimulate the economy more by taking on more debt in the short term.
We'll leave it there. Thank you very much for your thoughts. Joining from Veneto region is Dominic Standish.
Thank you.
You're watching Sky News. Coming next, all the sport for you.